Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today I want to share a simple story with you, but it's one that could completely change how you think about your money and your life. Welcome to Empower Fantastic Life. Find your power, live without limits.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a really important question. I want you to honestly ask yourself, is your income a bucket or is it a pipeline? In other words, do you have to keep filling it up over and over again, or does it flow on its own? This one idea right here can change everything.
And to really get our heads around this, we're going to dive into a powerful little story from Burke Hedges' classic book, The Parable of the Pipeline. It's a tale about two young, ambitious guys in a small village, and their names are Bruno and Pablo.
So, these two guys, they had the exact same job opportunity, bring water from the river to their village, but they approached it in completely different ways. You had Bruno, the bucket carrier. He was all about the now. Strong guy, hard worker, and he got paid for every single bucket he hauled. Then you had Pablo. Pablo was a visionary. He was playing the long game, thinking about the future, not just today's paycheck.
Now at first, you would have bet on Bruno for sure. He was making great money. Right away, he bought a new house, he was kicking back and enjoying his evenings. Meanwhile, poor Pablo was out there spending his free time, his evenings, his weekends, digging. He was earning less, and get this, the villagers were actually making fun of him for it. It totally looked like he was on the wrong path.
But this is where the story gets really interesting. Look at this timeline. After year one, Bruno is way ahead. But fast forward 5 years, Bruno's back is starting to hurt. He can't carry as many buckets as he used to, so his income starts to level off. And Pablo? Well, his pipeline is almost done. By year 10, it's a completely different story. Bruno's struggling, his income has plummeted. But Pablo's pipeline is pumping water and money into the village 24/7, whether he's working or not.
So what happened to Bruno? Well, he fell into something we call the bucket carrier's trap. And honestly, it's a trap so many of us fall into without even realizing it.
This trap is built on what's called linear income. Put simply, it means you trade your time for money. The formula is right there. Time times your rate equals your income. But here's the dangerous part. If you stop carrying the bucket, maybe you get sick, you want a vacation, or you lose your job, the income stops. Just like that.
And don't think for a second this is just about hourly jobs. Some of the highest paid professionals out there are bucket carriers. I mean, think about a brilliant surgeon. They might have a huge golden bucket, earning tons of money for every operation. But if their hands start to shake, or they just can't perform surgery anymore, that golden tap turns right off.
So if carrying buckets is the trap, what's the escape plan? Well, it's all about adopting the pipeline builder's vision.
A pipeline, well, that's a whole different ballgame. We're talking about recurring income. It's when you invest your time up front to build a system, an asset, something that keeps generating income for you long after you finish the work. It completely separates your time from your earnings.
And this, right here, is the real prize. The goal of building a pipeline isn't just about stacking up more cash. It's about freedom. It's about having the choice to decide how you spend your time, which is, the only thing you can never, ever get more of. Okay, I know what you're thinking. The story's great, the idea is fantastic, but how do I actually do this? How can I start building my own pipeline? Let's get practical.
It really boils down to 3 fundamental steps. First, and this is the most critical part, you have to adopt a builder's mindset. Start thinking long-term. Second, leverage your spare time. Remember Pablo? He didn't quit his day job. He built his future in the evenings and on weekends. And third, find a system that you can build that can one day work without you.
So what does a modern pipeline even look like? Well, it can be a lot of things. Imagine writing a book. Every time it sells, that's your pipeline flowing. Or setting up a small online business that makes sales while you sleep. A portfolio of rental properties. Or even just a solid investment fund paying you dividends. Those are all pipelines. They're all assets that generate income long after you put in the initial effort.
And that brings us to the most important question of our entire conversation today, and it's for you. Thinking about your own skills, your passions, your resources, what is one small pipe, one small system that you could start laying the groundwork for this week? It doesn't have to be a life-changing project overnight. It just has to be a start.
You've been listening to Empower Fantastic Life, Jaeger Empowerment Academy. See you next time. Bye-bye.